It's been a while since I did one of these dehumidifier teardowns, so we'll do this today. So, some tools here. Let's get started with this. Got that crappy Whirlpool going. I've had it running all day. It actually did its first defrost, but I don't see too much water in there. I hear like the sound of refrigerant, so I think I might have to tear that apart at some point and do an autopsy. But before then, I want to pull the cord out of this because I need the cord for another unit. I think this whole case assembly on this unit just kind of clips together. I did test this already. It had no charge on it at all. Like, it's flat. And have these screws that are all the way in here. And this is already a really... It's so hard to line these up. The screws are all the way inside here. There we go, we got this one unscrewing. Using the magnetic screwdriver to my advantage. I can't imagine reassembling this. This would be very hard. On the ground. There's another screw down here, actually a couple screws that are falling on here, off of here from when I was messing with the bench grinder. The shirt is very itchy all of a sudden. Try some more screws up on the front side of this unit. There are. Also, this little hatch here. I don't know what's behind here. And it's just kind of an area to where one of the compressor mounts is. Okay. I don't know what the point of that is, instead of having this whole thing like that. Looks like the whole case on this unit just kind of snaps together. Pretty sure the back is what comes off first on this unit. Oh, this is, see if the camera can see this. The top of the compressor, it's all rusty up here. rust chunks. Get something to scrape this with. This compressor definitely is sequoiaing. Crazy thing was is when this compressor was running. Oh, it did run. So pop this piece off here. I don't know how to get like this glue or whatever off of this, because I won't be able to put the nut driver on. I'll try anyway. Which I can't even get to it because the emitter assembly is in the way. That's too big. I didn't get any of my tools out before this. Got a nice functioning scroll cage blower. The motor has a large amount of like surface rust. Did pass quality control. I don't see any sort of branding on here on who makes this kind of crappy motor. Have to get into the control box here so I can start unplugging some stuff. Another one on the bottom that's kind of hidden. There are zip ties here. I seem to have misplaced my knives, so I'll just cut these with wire strippers, I guess. Of course, we're going to use a improper tool. Mildly annoying to get off. Arg. And that almost cut me. this control box. There's a couple more screws on it, but short out this capacitor quickly. I don't know why the wires going to this capacitor are so short. Separate one for the fan. Bend it a little bit in the process of removing it, but this is a 30 microfarad capacitor. And 5 microfarad for the fan. This is the third junk dehumidifier I've torn down on this channel. Probably be more of these in the future. Five microfarad. Got a receiver, not receiver, transformer. My friend already stole the bucket off of this. Geez, I really got to put some force on this in order to get it to move. I have doubt now, kinda. Still another screw somewhere. Of course, it's another one of these hidden screws. Coming. I'll remove the earth connections. I do enjoy tearing apart dehumidifiers like this. It's always cool to see the inner workings of these. Oh jeez. That one's like not coming off. I'll just break this then. Okay, maybe I just needed power tools. So now with that, the control board's just kind of clipped into place. There's not even like really a good area to get a hold of that thing. Do want to get a hold of our power connectors, which I can't even remove because of how the control board is set up in here. This is such an awful design. So you got these standoffs here. We're going to cheat. Okay, apparently I can't cheat very much because there's like no clearance. And then we have two more there in the back, and I almost hurt myself touching the PCBs. We're gonna try to stick this screwdriver down here and see if I can kind of like maybe stress the plastoid enough and it'll break, or if not, just break part of the PCB. I don't want to break the PCB if I don't have to. So, like, how are we supposed to do this as, like, a service technician? Oh, wait, this is disposable garbage. This is the type of shit that they just dump out into the dumpster at the trailer park. Because our society thinks making disposable products like this is environmentally friendly. Yeah, I don't understand that. But yeah. Saves money and energy, but it doesn't save money if you have to buy a new one every 2 years. Or, it also doesn't save the environment, because now we have all these things that are improperly recycled, and Freon that gets released into the air. Well, this is R410A, so it's Puron, and apparently that stuff's also now bad for the environment. That one's broke. If I can push it out enough to where I can like maybe break this off. Probably already damaged a PCB already. Come on, break. Now I can pull the PCB out. Kinda. How is this one little... Oh, there we go. And before I do that, the transformer has to come out. So 120, what is it? What does it turn this voltage into? Doesn't say. Like 35, I think? Doesn't say. Maybe some of the, because we have a relay on here. Maybe the relay will tell me what it is. 12. So it's a 12 volt little transformer. This hasn't crapped out yet. These are nice to have. And I guess the two... Well, these might be line in because these are not the same color. as the other one. Of course, nothing's mentioned on the control board whatsoever. Got some heat sinks. Ooh, we have a Aishi capacitor. Did someone sneeze? If anyone gets that reference, type it below in the comment box. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this for the real get the reference, but world-renowned brand. Compressor, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it does. Just one of the mains. Now we can get this plug off. So pull this out. This one here goes probe. No, this is the switch, full switch. I do see some stuff in here. This is where that thing was hooked up to. Let's see, does it say? That's neutral. Then we have these connectors. We have this large one, which this goes to fan. And then this other one that goes to the control board, but it's all covered with hot glue. So if I try to pull on it, instead, it does pull out, but now all the solder has came undone, and now this is just going to be loose like that. Here's a good look at the Aishi. The delicious Aishi. I might have to save that. You do get a schematic. Pause that if anyone wants to read that. Now we got all that done. I'll cut this other zip tie. Oh wait, there's another one. Wiring door there. I'm just going to start pulling screws out of this like no tomorrow. Handheld driver. Now I have a handle that is brittle, but more screws. That is enough to make me happy. I do like having screws. So this is the fan module, and I think I'd have to remove those other two screws up at the top first, the ones I can't get because these studs are in the way. That's if it's even on the camera frame. Just hear the plastic flexing first there. That's not too reassuring. I never got around yet to taking this top cover off the shitty compressor. Which, like I said earlier, stupid glue's in the way. I can't even... like, remove... I think I removed enough that I can get the nut driver on now. And I think it's the wrong size. Remove this front cover. Ugh. This right here is soldered onto the board. So we have our humidity sensor, which I just broke. More wiring, more plastic waste, more screws that are very hard to get to. The amount of rust that's in this drip tray is pretty crazy. Jack crap. See, more things that are fastened to this. There's another screw which you can't really get to due to the coil location. Is now kind of coming out. Which hopefully will remove this top plastic piece. I can get it removed. That screws out, but now I can't get to it. There's another one here. Also lodged behind the coils. Since there's no charge on it, I'm not too worried about it. I know as of right now I'm running really low on film. Let's see how much more time I have. Oh, I have a bit longer. Okay. I was worried about that. Panic has subsided. I'm going to cut the refrigeration system here, and we're going to see if anything shoots out of this. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, not really that much in there. So that goes back over here to the filter dryer. Which, the brace fitting, oh, I found where it leaked. This fitting, that was not on there very well. That is actually genuinely a horrible design. Yeah, bring it to General Electric for having that type of BS. Got our cap tube over here. Take this off. Nothing here, it's really salvageable. Bit of oil in the line still. And you can see that spraying all over the place. Probably starting a environmental catastrophe right now. Because this is all R410A. I do like how they did wrap the cap tube so it doesn't rattle together. That is an issue I've seen with a bunch of these modern units. It's the first one I've ever seen it actually has the cap tube wrap. There is that. Now there's oil in here. Oh, there goes the evap coil. We have things connected to earth on the coil for some reason. Is there even an earth connection on the compressor? That's what I'm wondering right now. Now I got this stupid oil on me from the freaking thing of temperature probe here, more plastic waste. We got ourselves a nice evap coil, which may or may not have leaks. You can see how rusty this is over here. This is where the earth connections connect. This other side, it's also has some pretty bad corrosion. This is where the line comes out, and this right here is the other one for the intake. This filter's also, not filter, this coil's very dirty, so they must have ran this without a filter. Or filter didn't do a good job filtering, which is also an issue with this crappy modern equipment. Now that there's oil all over the bottom of this, it's very sticky. Another coil here, condenser. Hey, if my friend Joseph from school's watching, shout out to you. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not. I feel like giving a shout out. Let me remove this stupid thing, whatever it does. There's our copper lines. Compressor. Maybe, well, gotta get this stupid plastic wall out of the way first, which I think this just kind of clips in. Part with the can. She'll disassemble that shortly. And this is the part that everything else sits on. There's a switch here. It's just crappy plastic. Probably a micro switch inside. Yep, just a micro switch. A really nice one too, so this will be saving. This will be saved. Just a switch. nothing else to do. There's more screws here in the bottom. Power cord off. This thing I really want off for this unit because I need that. Cord strain relief thing. And then the power cord, which that would go on another crappy air conditioner I need a power cord for. I think what I'll just do here with this screw. Oh, can't even get that off really. I think I was stupid the whole time and I didn't realize this is the bigger size. This is the larger size. Wow. Let's see what a failed queen compressor looks like. This has gotten very, very hot before in the past. Ooh. Oh wow, that is very cooked. Gasket's just falling apart. Got rust all over the place on this thing. See these just, oh wow, these are so bad. That is absolutely horrible. So I'm gonna get this plastic thing off. It looks like it's just all clipped in together, so unless there's screws on the bottom, which that is what I am thinking. No screws, it all just kind of clips together. You can see here where the plastic thing that these wheels lock into broke, so this one's held on with screws. Kind of interesting. I think what we'll just do is remove the compressor from the bottom like this.